Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spring 2017 Texas Tech University Graduate School Commencement Exercises. Please join me in thanking the Texas Tech Commencement Band and conductor Dr. Sarah McCoyne, Director of Bands, for their contributions to this afternoon's ceremonies. The Commencement Band is made possible for today's exercises through the auspices of the Office of the President of Texas Tech University. Now entering the United Supermarkets Arena, the Mace of Texas Tech, the symbol of the university. The mace bearer is Dr. Scott Ball, Associate Professor, Department of English, College of Arts and Sciences. Following the mace is the faculty banner. The banner bearer is Dr. Christopher Weiss, Assistant Professor of Atmospheric Science, Department of Geosciences, College of Arts and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the faculty of Texas Tech University, led by University Marshals Dr. Fanny Coward and Dr. Jamie Malaga. Now entering the United Supermarkets Arena, the stage party, led by University Marshals Laura Hines, Chair of the Convocations Committee, and Matthew Schleif, Chair-elect of the Convocations Committee. and gentlemen, please remain seated and welcome the spring 2017 graduates of Texas Tech University. Now entering the United Supermarkets arena, the Graduate School banner. The banner bearer is Set Salom Kwabeno Klobodu.
Please rise and join us in the singing of our national anthem, played by the Commencement Orchestra, conducted by Dr. Sarah McGoyne, and sung by Mr. George Cole, graduating with a Bachelor's of Music degree. Please be seated. I am Lawrence Skuvanek, President of Texas Tech University. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to this May 2017 commencement of the Graduate School. I would like to introduce the members of the stage party. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Mr. Tim Lancaster, Vice Chairman of the Board of Regents. Dr. David Schmidley, former Texas Tech University President. Mr. Robert Duncan, Chancellor of the Texas Tech University System. Dr. Michael Gallion, Provost and Senior Vice President. Dr. Gene Wild, Faculty Senate President. Mr. Robert Meyer, President of the Student Government Association. Ms. Winter Davis, President of the Graduate Student Advisory Council. Dr. Scott Burris, Teaching Academy Representative. Dr. Kishore Mehta, Horn Professor Representative. Dr. Mark Sheridan, Dean of the Graduate School and Vice Provost of Graduate Affairs. Dr. Steve Fraze, Interim Dean of the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources. Mr. Jim Williamson, Dean of the College of Architecture. Dr. Brent Lindquist, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Bill Passwork, Associate Dean for Graduate Programs and Research, the Rawls College of Business Administration. Dr. Scott Ridley, Dean of the College of Education. Dr. Nurjan Bach, Senior Associate Academic Dean of the Edward E. Whitaker College of Engineering. Dr. Michael San Francisco, Dean of the Honors College. Dr. Lynn Huffman, Executive Associate Dean of Academics and Faculty Development for the College of Human Sciences. Dr. Glenn Cummings, Associate Dean of the College of Media and Communication. Dr. Noel Zoller, Dean of the J.T. and Margaret Talkington College of Visual and Performing Arts. Dr. Bella Gerlich, Dean of Libraries. Mr. Michael Lewis, Member of the Board of Regents. Mr. John Walker, Member of the Board of Regents. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Tim Lancaster, Vice Chairman of the Board of Regents, who will give the welcome on behalf of our board.
Well, good evening, and welcome to Texas Tech University and the United Supermarket Spirit Arena. Tonight, I bring you greetings from the Texas Tech University System Board of Regents. I welcome each of you to our beautiful campus and congratulate the parents, other family members, and friends who join us tonight. I have been here as a Texas Tech graduate, and I've been here as a parent of 2 Texas Tech graduates. Honestly, I was much more grateful to be here as a parent on this day than when I was a student. So graduates, find time to give a little appreciation for your friends and your family today that helped you to sit where you are today, because this is a time of celebration, certainly for you as students and for your families, but also for every group that is represented on this stage, including the faculty who invested themselves in each and every one of you as graduates. So on behalf of the entire Board of Regents, I congratulate you today as you receive your diplomas. The fact that you are here today is a sign of your commitment and your dedication, because you earned this degree through hard work and the determination. But it's also a bittersweet moment for many of you. While you're eager to enter this next phase of your life, I'm sure that many of you are already thinking of the wonderful memories that you created as a student at Texas Tech. Some of those memories you will even want to share with your family, but not all. Some of those memories are best kept here in Lubbock. Keep those among your closest friends. But you have made memories here through friends, favorite restaurants, weekly activities that you enjoyed. Maybe you participated in social or spirit organizations. Maybe you played sports or you marched in the band. There are classes that made your college experience come alive, and then there was classes that you thought would never end. But that is life. And as time goes on, you're going to miss every one of it. So the longer you're away from Texas Tech, the more you will realize it's the little things which makes being a Red Raider special. You will come to realize how special the traditions are that hold all Red Raiders together and make us, in many respects, a family. Someday you're going to be in a faraway city and you'll notice a guy wearing a double T on his hat, and you'll immediately strike up an engaging conversation through a mutual bond with a complete stranger. Or you're driving and you'll notice the double T on the bumper and you wonder if it's someone that you know. Or you hear something exciting happening at Tech, whether that's in sports or that's some kind of academic achievement. You immediately have fond memories of the times that you spend here at Texas Tech. Some of you may not have completed your undergraduate here at Texas Tech, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much time you physically spent on this campus. You are a member of the Red Raider family. You carry that Texas Tech pride deep inside you, even when not wearing the red and black on the outside. And today, you become a member of another tradition of Texas Tech, a tradition of graduates who have left Texas Tech to become leaders in their families and in their communities. Maybe some of you will even go on to become rich and famous. Maybe you'll lead corporations, states, or even our nation. Regardless of the path that you take, always remember where you receive your education. The Chancellor will always tell you it's good to give back to your alma mater, whether that's financially or that's otherwise. So today, I wish you much success on this next phase of your journey. Please keep in touch. You're always welcome here. And as always, go Texas Tech.
Thank you, Regent Lancaster. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Robert Duncan, Chancellor of the Texas Tech University System.
Thank you, Dr. Skuvenik. It's a real honor to be here before you tonight. This is what I would call the advanced academic graduation ceremony, where all of you are advancing into higher academic achievement, either through a master's program, maybe one or two master's program, or your terminal degree. And that's a unique time in your life, but it's also a unique time in our life at Texas Tech University, because we're proud of the fact that you have matriculated through our process, you have received the inspiration from our great faculty, and we know you'll go on to do many things, great things, in representation of what we have hopefully inspired you to do, but also your own personal character and honor. One of the most exciting things about Texas Tech is our level of achievement. We're a very young university, speaking of institutions like Harvard or Yale, but in 94 years, we have graduated over 250 alumni. We have alumni around the country that have achieved great things. Ed Whitaker, chairman of General Motors, AT&T. A few others that you may not have heard of. Paul Lockhart, an aerospace engineer and a retired Air Force colonel and a NASA astronaut. He's been in space twice. Arthi Parakbar, the first woman to head the National Institute of Standards and Technology, the first woman to earn a PhD in applied physics at Caltech. And most recently, she was the head of the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agencies, a top leadership position in this country. Ginger Carrick left Texas Tech to go to NASA, where she became the first non-astronaut Capcom in one of the most integral roles at Mission Control. All of these are Texas Tech alumni, people that you will now share the title of Texas Tech alumni. Many of you went to other universities before you came to Texas Tech University, and we know your pride in that university, but we also think that you can do a little guns up now, every now and then with your new alma mater for those, and we would hope that you're proud, and we know you're proud to make this your graduate alma mater, and we want you to come back. We want you to continue to be a part of this great university. As Regent Lancaster said, it's always a good thing to give back because many gave before you to make it possible for what you have achieved today. So we want you to come back. I will give you one piece of good advice in my lawyerly advice. When you see that double T on that bumper sticker or bumper, like I have done before, don't speed up to catch it. You might have an unscheduled visit with a highway patrolman. And don't do that guns up thing in TSA line either, but you can do it in a lot of locations. Congratulations. We wish you the best.
Thank you, Chancellor Duncan. It is now my privilege to introduce this year's commencement speaker. Dr. David Schmidley is no stranger to Texas Tech University or these graduation ceremonies. As a former president of Texas Tech University, Dr. Schmidley addressed thousands of Red Raider graduates during his tenure and returns today to deliver your keynote address. Dr. Schmidley also is a Texas Tech Red Raider, receiving bachelor's and master's degrees in zoology before earning his doctorate in zoology at the University of Illinois. Because of his distinguished career as a scholar and administrator, he has been recognized as a distinguished alum of both Texas Tech University and the University of Illinois. Dr. Schmidley began his academic career at Texas A&M University before serving Texas Tech as Vice President for Research, Dean of the Graduate School, and then President. In 2003, he accepted the position of president at Oklahoma State University and then was named president at the University of New Mexico in 2007. His impact on higher education has been significant. Dr. Schmidley has served on numerous higher education boards, including the Executive Committee of the International Association of University Presidents, the Council of Presidents, the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities, and the National Collegiate Athletic Association Executive Committee. He is internationally known as a naturalist and a conservationist with more than 100 scientific publications and 7 books, mostly about Texas and Mexican mammals. Dr. Schmidley is probably the only person to have served as a university president and to have a species of mice named after him, Peromyscus schmidlii. So let's all welcome back to our campus, Dr. David Schmidley.
Thank you. It's great to be with you. By the way, the person that described that mouse and named it after me is on the faculty at Texas Tech, and he's here tonight. He's one of my former graduate students, Robert Bradley. Robert, where are you? I'm going to single you out, or did he cut out? I don't see Robert. Okay, well, I saw him earlier. But Chancellor Duncan, President Skolvenick, Regents Lewis, Walker, and Lancaster, podium guests, parents, grandparents, and friends, and especially graduates, I'm honored to be with you tonight, especially here at my alma mater, to share in one of life's most important milestones, your advancement toward your career education goals. As Lawrence mentioned, I sat in your shoes about 50 years ago when I received my master's degree from Texas Tech. And earlier, I'd received a bachelor's degree, and my wife has a degree from Texas Tech. And we met here in 1963 on a blind date. And in 2 weeks, we'll celebrate our 51st anniversary. So, thank you. I say that because Texas Tech means a lot to us. It has given us more than we could ever give it. It has been very special to us, and we're forever grateful for that. And I have a prediction to make. Each of you that comes back in 50 years, you'll think the same thing. I like to tell people before I got into university administration, I had an academic life. And the part of that academic life that I cherished the most was educating, training, and working with my graduate students, of which I graduated more than 40 of them over about a 20-year period. So it's one of the highlights that I really enjoyed in higher education. And I don't think there's anything more important in higher education or sacred than this bond between faculty and students as you go through the graduate education experience. That is the key to effective graduate programs. It's the faculty and the student working together, and what comes out of that product is what makes for great graduate programs. I had the real privilege coming back to Texas Tech in 1996 and serving as graduate dean and vice president for research, and that was really the happiest years of my administrative career, because I had the opportunity to work with faculty who were working with graduate students. So I want to have a special thanks tonight, and I want the audience to help me recognize all of the faculty here and the many things they've done to support these students to get to this point in their career. When Lawrence called and invited me to speak, I took the opportunity to reflect on all the graduations that I've been to in my career. And it turns out to be more, I've either been to, presided over, or said something at over 100 graduation ceremonies. And I've learned some things, and I promise I'll put them into practice tonight. The first thing I learned is that no one came here tonight to listen to me. They came to see you get your diplomas, so I promise I'm going to be very brief, okay? The second thing I learned is hardly anyone that I've ever spoken to remembers a thing that was said at their graduation ceremony. I mean, I thought back, what was it like when I got my degrees? I can't remember anything. So that's a little tougher thing to tackle, but I'm going to try to do it in this way. My comments tonight are built around one word and the 5 letters that spell it. So 10 years from now, as you're all celebrating the fact you now have tenure, you have a 6-figure salary, you don't have to worry about anything anymore, okay? You look up at your Texas Tech diploma and say, God, thanks for Texas Tech. You'll think, maybe I remember the one word of my graduation speech. The single word is short, it's easy to spell, but in my opinion, it has a powerful content and implication, regardless of what you're going to do in life. It's a word that I would use to describe most of the successful people I've had the privilege to know in my own life. I'm talking about billionaire CEOs, presidents of the United States and foreign countries, Nobel Prize winners, Nobel laureates, famous personalities, athletes, you name it. The word is poise. And of course, you all know how to spell it, P-O-I-S-E. Let me just take a few moments and elaborate about why I think this word is so important. People with poise become successful leaders. They're always in control of their emotions. They don't overreact and panic. They handle the ups and downs of their life and career, and they rise to the top of their organizations. They have happy and joyous lives. How is this? Why is that true? Well, it's in the meaning of the letters that spell that word. The P in poise stands for passion. You know, it's been said, you can Google for an answer, you can Google for a mate, you can Google for a career, but you can't Google to find what's in your heart, the real passion that drives you. Most of you have been privileged to do that, or you wouldn't be part of a graduate program. So you have a passion for what you're doing. Follow that passion, and always be driven by that passion to succeed. The O in poise stands for opportunistic. Poised people have the courage to imagine something new, the courage to act, and the courage to persist through setbacks. They're optimistic. They see the cup half full, not half empty. Their radar is always on, and they're looking for new ways to succeed. It's where they get their competitive edge. The I in poise stands for innovative. Poised people think out of the box. They seek new solutions to problems. They're creative. They're always thinking about how to invent a better mousetrap. One of the best pieces of advice I ever had came from one of my old former professors when he said that there's no substitute for hard work and being smart about what you do as you move forward in your career. The S in poise stands for solution-oriented. Poised people are proud. They believe that anything worth doing is worth doing well. They're not quitters. They don't hang their heads or complain. They're persistent, engaging in determined action every day, whether they're at work or whether they're at home. The last letter, E, which stands for ethical, is the most important letter in poise. Why is that? Because the best way to succeed and get the most out of your career and your life is to be truthful, honorable, credible, and accountable, to have integrity. A poised person lives each day with courage. They take pride in their work. They always finish what they start. They do what has to be done. When they make a promise, they keep it. They talk less and listen more, and they know where to draw the line on what is right and wrong. So there you have it, one word with 5 simple letters. But I encourage each of you to remember it, and as you move through your professional careers and lives, always strive to have poise. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you. Again, I want to congratulate all the faculty that are here, and to offer my congratulations and thanks to what you've been able to accomplish, and I wish you all the very best in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Schmidley.
We will now proceed with the conferring of the degrees. All candidates, please rise. Degrees are awarded to those who have successfully completed all requirements established by the university and the faculties of their departments and colleges. President Skubinek, the candidates are recommended to you for conferring of their respective degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Texas Tech University, I confer upon each of you the degree for which the Provost has recommended you. Congratulations. Please be seated.
We will now now proceed with the recognition of individual graduates. You will note that we have a table located at the west side of the stage. A representative of the Alumni Association will be handing each graduate a commemorative lapel pin as a graduation gift from the association.
We will begin by recognizing those who have achieved the highest academic designation, the doctoral degree. These graduates have spent years studying, conducting original and innovative research, and writing to get to this point in their careers. And in that time, they have formed close relationships with their departments and their faculty members. Today, by tradition, the doctoral graduates will be vested with the doctoral hood, which will be presented by their major advisor, which symbolizes an honor for both the advisor and the student and signifies the completion of the degree requirements for the doctoral degree. Following the recognition of our doctoral candidates, we will then recognize the recipients of master's degrees.
Banner bearer for the graduate school, receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy. Banner bearer with a major in Nutritional Sciences, hooded by Professors John Dawson and Deborah Reed. Seth Clobrew. Baleshka Brenes Mayorga. Mark Stephen Hainline. Diana Ayala Tejada. William Clay Burson, hooded by Professor Ryan Rothman. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Plant and Soil Sciences, Chenhui Lee, hooded by Professor David Weindorf. Dacia Manowski, hooded by Professor Glenn Ritchie. Curtis Schaefer. Degao. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Biology, Elizabeth Farley Davison, hooded by Professor Nancy McIntyre. Marina Fisher Phelps, hooded by Professor Tigger Kingston. Elizabeth Waring, hooded by Professor Scott Holliday, receiving the Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Biology. And now, receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Chemistry, Raya Baggi. Wenji Lee, hooded by Professor Dimitri Papas. Cole Seifert, hooded by Professor Dimitri Papas. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Economics, Lanlan Chu, hooded by Professor Dmitry Papas. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Experimental Psychology, Noah Wheeler, hooded by Professor Keith Jones. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Geosciences, Timothy Slewinski, hooded by Professor Chris Weiss. Brendan Stuberg, hooded by Professor Amy Korber. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Business Administration, Jonathan Tarrant, hooded by Professor Robert Ricketts. Hainan Sheng, hooded by Professor Jeffrey Mercer. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Higher Education, Liza Alonso, hooded by Professor Dave Lewis. Aaron Lynn Austin, hooded by Professor Dave Lewis. Nishan Jones, hooded by Professor Dave Lewis. Michael James Keller, hooded by Professor Dave Lewis. Thomas Sullivan, hooded by Professor Dave Lewis. David Ariazola, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. David Barrientos, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Andra Cantrell, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Avis Horde. Joel Robles, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Troy Moran, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Erica Powell, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Elena Cantrell Robinson, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Kayla Tyndall, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Bobby Sullivan, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Marisa Guerrero Longoria, hooded by Professor Stephanie Jones. Demetric Penny, hooded by Professor Fred Hartmeister. Valerie Payton, hooded by Professor Fred Winterdorf, hooded by Professor Valerie Payton. What a deal. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Political Science, Miyuki Ukubo, hooded by Professor Nate Wright. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Education with a major in Special Education, Michelle Simmons, hooded by Professor Robin Locke. Carmen Van Krantz, hooded by Professor Robin Locke. Lisa Ann Smith, hooded by Professor Robin Locke. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Counselor Education, Nicole Black, hooded by Professor Charles Cruz. Crystal Humphreys, hooded by Professor Charles Cruz. Jill Willis, hooded by Professor Charles Cruz. Brian LeClaire, hooded by Professor Charles Cruz. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Curriculum and Instruction, Cecilia Pincock, hooded by Professor Zenaida Aguirre Munoz. Meredith Bell, hooded by Professor Fanny Coward. David Goodman, hooded by Professor Daniel Carpenter. Soleil Roper, hooded by Professor Daniel Carpenter. Camille Stegman, hooded by Professor Daniel Carpenter. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with major in Chemical Engineering, Kebeth Kabas, Fardin Kebeth Kabas, hooded by Professor Rajesh Kare. Bolaji Apolabi, hooded by Professor Stephen Morse, receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with major in Civil Engineering. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Computer Science, John Lytle, hooded by Professor Yung Chen. Pushkar Ogale, hooded by Professor Michael Shin. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with major in Electrical Engineering, Shad Holt, hooded by Professor James Dickens. James Schrock, headed by Professor Stephen Bain. Shungyan Zhu, hooded by Professor Brian Nutter. Wan Chun Tseng, hooded by Melanie Leslie. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Industrial Engineering, Nantanan Am-Iem, hooded by Professor Mario Baravides. Ramsey Alamadi, hooded by Professor Mario Baravides. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with major in Systems and Engineering Management, Greg Jayton, hooded by Professor Mario Baravides. Francisco Armando Figueroa, hooded by Professor Mario Baravides. Guillermo Rodriguez, hooded by Professor Mario Baravides. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Mechanical Engineering, Ricardo Cruz Lozano, hooded by Professor Stephen Edward Osira. Muyang He, hooded by Professor Changdong Yo. Peter McDonough, hooded by Professor Alan Barhorst. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Petroleum Engineering, Yue Zhao, hooded by Professor Hossein Imadi. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Environmental Toxicology, Kimberly Wooten, hooded by Professor Phil Smith. Logeswari Parnusomi, hooded by Professor Kamalashwar P. Singh. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Hospitality Administration, Mansour Al-Ansari, hooded by Professor Natalia Velikova. Feshwan She, hooded by Professor Catherine Jai. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Human Development and Family Studies, Janice Henderson, hooded by Professor Miriam Molsow. Brian Tingy, hooded by Professor Alan Reifman. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Interior Environmental Design, Nizar Haddad, hooded by Professor Debayoti Pati. Gada Noja, hooded by Professor Debayoti Pati. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with major in Marriage and Family Therapy, Jeffrey Crane, hooded by Professor Douglas Smith. Denise Nicholas Williams, hooded by Professor Douglas Smith. Ty Mansfield, hooded by Professor Jason Whiting. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Nutritional Sciences, Mohammad Ruhul Amin, hooded by Professor Mary Mourini. Allison Childress, hooded by Professor Deborah Reed. Mandana Palavani, hooded by Professor Naima Musta de Musa. Nadija Wejahatunga, hooded by Professor Naima Mustai de Musa. Arwa Al-Jawadi, hooded by Professor Naima Mustaid Musa. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Personal Financial Planning, Maher Al-Youssef, hooded by Professor Charlene Kalankowski. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Musical Arts with a major in music, Manuel Arambula, hooded by Professor Sarah McCoyne. Vanessa Hoyk, hooded by Professor Sarah McCoyne. Ryan Stewart Smith, hooded by Professor Sarah McCoyne. Ross Thomas Ibsen, hooded by Professor David Becker. Joshua Lowell, hooded by Professor David Shea. Gustavus de Neves, hooded by Professor Carl Dent. Receiving the degree in Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Fine Arts, Nicholas Ewan, hooded by Professor Bill Gelber. For the degree of Masters in Agribusiness, Ryan DeWitt. Receiving the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture, Kelly Aaron. Michael Ross. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Agricultural and Applied Economics, Carolyn Eves. Lauren Hamilton. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Agricultural Communications, Jessica Corder. Jenna Lee Creighton. Delaney Aline Christ. Sandra Mary Losey. Tyler Victoria Oikal. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Agricultural Education, Dennis Wayne Kincaid, Jr. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Animal Sciences, Abdullah Al-Rumai. Amy Petrie. Haley Wooten. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Food Science, Mansoor Al-Najrani. Ashton Barker. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Horticultural Science, Lee Lee. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Plant and Soil Science, Kelsey Howes. Roshan Kulkarni. Richard Roper. Sandy Win Thu. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Wildlife, Aquatic, and Wildland Science and Management, Olivia Cost. Natasha Mitchell. Sasha Soto. Receiving the degree Master of Architecture with a major in Architecture Professional, Maribel Calzada. Eric Carrasco. Jimmy Craig. Joel Dario Dueñas. Sergio Elizondo. Aaron Fisher. Sergei Frizel. Alexander Griffin. Jacqueline Guerra. Emmanuel Jimenez. Brian Johnson. Arturo Loya. Joshua Brock Medrano. Carla Murillo Chica. Ismael Olivares. Rosalie Ortega Goes. Jacobo Prado. Lauren Saab. Harrison South. Aubrey Van Niekerk. Fabiola Vasquez. Christopher C. Verrett. Dylan Wells. Benush Gotzi. Nazanin Tabatabayiba. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in economics, Kubra Noor Alrik. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in English, Connor Campbell. Colleen Harrison. Clinton Morrison, Jr. Trevor Pace. Irazema Quintero. Mary White. Mansell Gilmore, receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in History. Joel A. Matthews, receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Languages and Cultures, Muzbai Absuyayed. Mohammed Al-Fawzan. Hussein Alzmi. Rachel Berlingeri. Elizabeth Burrow Carroll. Larissa Costa Campos. Camille Gonçalves Vieira dos Santos. Abdullah Hidan. Hallie McLean Johnson. Loan Yu. Christine Mallinson. Astrid Sierra. Rachel Winfrey. Ju Yao. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Mathematics, Keely Green. Sandy Hansen. Taylor Kirkpatrick. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Philosophy, Daniel Moss. Ashley Ramstad. Paul So. Tanner Walsh. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Political Science, Britt Bearden. Billy Randolph. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Romance Languages, Alexandra Alexic. Gerardo Cuellar. Joanna Paula Guerrero Rodriguez. Maureen Rusat. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Sociology, Bethany Disque. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Technical Communication, Michelle Bangson. Aubrey Banning. Shayla Corprew. Bailey Cundiff. Amelia Evans. Lindy Ragsdale. Receiving the degree Master of Public Administration, Sidra Bhatti. Duncan Brown. Jacqueline Butler. Edwina Che. Grace Diana. Akriti Pyakurel. Jayi Jo. August Zimmerman. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Applied Science, Badr Al-Harbi. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Atmospheric Science, Caitlin Root. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Biology, Belinda da Costa. Samrita Basu. Romero Matthew. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science with a major in Chemical Biology, Madison Keller. Medani Alias Kidan. Maya Milankovic. Olga Estrada. Bodden van Kerloop. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Forensic Science, Tatiana Bianco Alvarez. Courtney Brown. John William Knight. Cheyenne Robinson. Sarah Shutik. Brianna Turner. Receiving the degree Master of Science with the major in Geosciences, Matt Fisher. Jill Garcia. Mahmoud Mahrous. Jared Olofsson. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Kinesiology, Tyler Reed Cook. Rachel Durham Kalin. James Corey Hardy. Ana Patricia Hernandez. Kyle Judson. Austin Martin. Yvonne Amin Knifez. Gary Julius Newell. Sarah Avandapur. Andrea Lauren Raymond. Kaylee Lang Reynolds. Samuel Scott Ryan. Kyle Thompson. Victor Uribe. Joshua L. Woodward, Anthony Gruber, Kristen Wasenforth, receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Physics, Fahad Turki Aldawasari. Muhammad Ibrahim Al-Faraj. Muhammad Al-Otaibi. Abdullah Al-Zayed. Robert Gedris. School of Sport Management, Chase Louthen. Christopher Plunkett. Brooke Scott. Robert Strobel. Caitlin Town. Joey Villarreal. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Statistics, Bathista Hewe Walalaje. Dana Nosir. Quinn Pierce. Receiving the degree Master of Social Work, Lola Alade. Christopher Norman Chamberlain. Noel Hon. Molly Cruz. Ashley Keel. Kayla Levine. Angela Ruth Martinez. Robert Murphy. Olatun Okediji. Carly Michelle Pierce. Michelle Reyes. Elizabeth Christine Richards. Ian Cole Watts. Receiving the degree Master of Business Administration with a major in General Business, Jensen Abraham. Garrett Garza. Bailey Bell. Mindy Burkhalter. Janae Chavez. Chelsea Clark. Robert Slade Clark. Logan Dimney. Leanne Denman. Matthew Diem. Nikita Deer. Blake Michael Evans. David Fernandez. Brent Garza. Ahmed Omar Hadri. Jessica Hartzer. James Henderson. Stephanie James. Philip Karimanabinil. Dakota Gilcrease. Jacob Longbotham. Randy Edward Lopez. Yvette Julian Lopez. Jason Lowry. Keaton Luth. Luke William Wayne Luttrell. Cindy Maravilla. Matthew McCutcheon. Dustin Mook. Anik Carol Nungi. Tammy Nguyen. Evan Nix. James Billingsley Peoples III. Andrew Phillip. William Rice. Stephen Sedgwick. Neil Darren Simon. David W. Smith. Adam Stevens. Jessica Teura. Matthew Upchurch. Brooke Walterscheid. Deontay Wary. Alexandria Armstrong Ibayar. Eric Zaduri. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Business Administration. Brooke Bengford. James Burns. Craig Condon. Kevin Conley. Kayla Eaton. Brennan Ehlers. Christopher Resco. Sadiqia Karki. Ben Kendall. John Moore. Nelson Garrett. Cheng Zhu. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Accounting. Jonathan Achivida. Shade Adeniji. Oscar Argueta. Kara Arek. Emily Beasley. Lacey Blake. Jack Brown. John Buckner. Brett Butler. Preston Callan. Allison Camp. Andrew Carmichael. Kristen Cash. Devin Castillo. Sheree Christie. Autrey Crawford, Anthony Culpepper, John Curtis, Travis Dale, Taylor Ann Duckworth, Alexander Bryant Dunn III, Christina Michelle Duskin, Joseph Edward Eckelkamp, Mitchell Edwards, Walter Enderly, Michael Frederickson, Christine George, Marguerite Grubb, Gilberto Guerrero, Jr., Catherine Guttery, Lauren Hall, Brady Harvey, Sarah Hathaway, Gilbert Hernandez Jr., Nicholas Hyatt, Hunter Hill, Cooper Hudson, Daniel Anthony Jaime, Kristen Jenkins Mahan, David Johnson, Michael Johnson, Trey Johnson, Allison Jones, Tyler Kashchak, Madison Kaufman, Shannon Killo, Amanda Knaby, Luke Knott, Haley Marshall, Damian Martinez, Sorenda Matthews, Michael McCarver, Denise McRae, Timothy Mendoza, Madison Miller, Mason Morrow, Maggie Nell, Jaden Newsom, Shannon Norris, Taylor Ott, Jordan Powell, Zachary Powell, Ashley Salinas, Brent Sanborn, Oscar Santillan, Irma Siementhal, Amy Slayton, Corey Smith, Leanna Spencer, Ryan Tatum, Brooks Teeter, Lauren Thomas, Allison Timlin, William Tsumas, Michelle Van Valen. Eli Vasquez. Kevin Vaz. Receiving the degree Master of Education with a major in Counselor Education, Wade Bagley. Cheryl Barnes. Terry Beard. Jonathan Bacalter. Cynthia Chavez. Christy Hinoza. Diana Lower. Jeremy Blake McGee. Matt Perry. Jennifer Ray Rivera. Mandy Salazar. Receiving the degree Master of Education with a major in Curriculum and Instruction, Muslat Abzubai. Willis Cooper. Jana Joy. Olivia Mendoza. Ashton Munoz. Nicole Marie Poole. Holly Robinson. Anandi Sankara Narayanan. Daniela Susana Torres. Receiving the degree Master of Education with a major in Educational Leadership, Jennifer Adams. Receiving the degree Master of Education with a major in Educational Psychology, James Durham. Receiving the degree Master of Education with a major in Higher Education, Morgan Brannon. Jennifer Gruber. Lisa James. Heather Nicole Johnson. Drew Leininger. Andrew Palladino. Timothy Topper. Justin Holland, receiving the degree Master of Education with a major in Instructional Technology. Max Raspberry. Mark Roberts. Receiving the degree Master of Education with a major in Special Education, Stephanie Bell. Brandy Michelle Bowles. Vanessa Botella. Alicia Bryant. Kayla Jane Cox. Megan Catherine Garner. B. Garza. Gillian Gibbon. Matthew Gibson. Barbara Jan Green. Heather Marie Hodges. Christy Holt. Diana Zamora Hewlett. Deanna Keene, Danielle King, Kimberly Klingbeil, Pamela Koster, Yasmin Love, Ana Katrina Ramirez, Lindsay Shepard-Gurley, Kendra Stewart, Markayla Wiley, Christopher Woods, receiving the degree Master of Engineering, Jared Walker, Alicia Webb, receiving the degree Master of Environmental Engineering, Kendall Chapman, Esteban Gonzalez, Spencer Harvey, Elaine Hung, Annabelle Johnson, Samantha Mendez, Stephanie Mendoza, James Raveney, Megan Robertson, Brett Thompson, John View, receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Computer Science, Nikita Arnie Myrish, Fani Cherkuri, Yuan Kui, Vinay Deshpande, Suprajosna Jampa, Arvind Katamuri, Kotapati Manohar, Priyanka Kumari, Naimisha Manikonda, Venkatesh Papineni, Anyikya Tiwari, Manasa Shivaratia, Irene Marja Lalita, Ankur Faller, Abhishek Kumar, Eve Chimanga, Sanjig Nyan, Chao Zhao, receiving the degree Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Cameron Ballman, Kit Crabb, Satya Chaitanya Gadela, Ahmed Reda Garaba, Amir Javid, Suraj Khadka, Chad McCulloch, Trevor Nolan, Dina Pedroza, Hamidraza Shariton, Lakshman Somasundaram, Saika Muskari Mususmita, Taya Vertlar, Jian Cheng Wang, Adrian Zermano, receiving the degree Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Lakitha Reddy Badam, Kevin Brent Blackerby, Davis Brennan Branch, William Fellner, Teja Garamuri, Emily Hirsch, Akila Reddy Kaitareddy, Golnaz Moalim, Yuan Yuan, Sabrina Noreen, Tessa Weenie Puta, Kirk Rainwater, Zachary Charles Shaw, Sundong Xiao, Juvasri Manthri, Ramyakirthi Kanchari, Shrutika Deer, Somya Nara, It's okay. Yeah, if you could hold it at this angle, that's good. You're doing good. Thank you, Heidi. Tell me when. You're ready. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Industrial Engineering, Sawan Abhijit. Abhishek Chaudhuri. Amaya Deshponde. Ninad Rajendra Damadikari. Shardul Gurgte. Sharvin Atul Godakar. Teresa Alice Heslav. Ashke Jain. Aditya Vinod Kumar Jawar. Mikhail Kadu. Surya Katika Reddy. Pranit Kuduva. Mantan Lad. Abhishek Malusare. Ninad Oak. Simon Poddig. Ajay Radhakrishnan, Sujata Ramteke, Lokesh Rivaninos Divos, Ankit Sunone, Venkatesh Soundharaj, Haley Victoria Harper, Naveen Kumar Subramani Bakskavan, Chinjin Gamo Joel O'Reilly, Binoth Kumar, Goro Walke, receiving the degree Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Madeline Bergman. Elham Davoudi. Dinidu Gunasena. Kwok Nguyen. Rajath Rad. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Petroleum, Olabode Ajibola. Alejandro Fernandez Arellano. Shishan ul Haq. Ahmed Mansour. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Software Engineering, Bhai Batra. Deepti Bhatia. Daniel Medina Sada. Oluwabukomi Oyedegi. Roshen Rampasad. Jeffrey Sarbo. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Systems and Engineering Management, Jesus Flores, the second. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Interdisciplinary Studies, Kayla Holloway. Brett Jordan. Adam Kirsch. John McGonigal. Luis Alfredo Morales. Cody Peck. Lauren Brianna Picon. Manuela Saavedra. Ryan Shekel. Adnan Ahmed, receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Biotechnology. Emebul Habimada. Angela Fernandez. Adrian Quintana, receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Environmental Toxicology, Courtney Alexander. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Interdisciplinary Studies, Kelsey Lee O'Neill. Swihari Inukali. Orieram Omonefe. Stephanie Wuthnow. Fei Young. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Environmental Design, Sahandabasi Sarabastani. Farisad Al-Saif. Apoya Kane. Emily Shower. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Family and Consumer Sciences Education, Christina Barrientos. Tina Hicks. Emily Steele. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Hospitality and Retail Management, Wengting Liao. John Long. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Marriage and Family Therapy, John Purcell. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Nutritional Sciences, Megan Byram. Kelsey Jones. Receiving the degree Master of Science with a major in Personal Financial Planning, Nahal Alazam. Nicholas Bowman. Abby Brown. Receiving the degree Master of Agribusiness, Karen Ayala. Richard William Harrison. Peter Christian Haywood. Lizeth Hackes. Steele Campbell. Jamie Leatham. Brian Libby. Cale Olbert. Kenya Ontiveros. Joshua Ortiz. Robert Ray. Austin Wright. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Communication Studies, Shelby Lauren Kearley. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Mass Communications, Sultan Alali. Ibrahim Al-Ibrahim. Shamara Anzaldwa. Nicholas Singer. Nicole Ann Casperson. Caroline Chrisman. Brittany Cook. Macy Martinez. Monica Ortiz. Mackenzie Spruill. Sarah Self-Walbrick. Shannon Sudduth. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Strategic Communication and Innovation, April Chavez. Gwendolyn Laster. Dustin Miles. Receiving the degree Master of Art Education, Jennifer Fisk. Receiving the degree Master of Arts with a major in Theater Arts, Aaron Wood. Receiving the degree Master of Fine Arts with a major in Art, Carolina Arianos. Nicole Lemaire. Marissa Matthews. Alexis McGrigg. Noah Wakefield. Receiving the degree, Master of Fine Arts with a major in Theater Arts, Ima J. Curl. Kelsey Fisher-Waits. Sarah Elizabeth Scarr. Receiving the degree Master of Music, Matthew Krisman. Christopher Jorns. Baron Lyle. Juan Ramirez. Receiving the degree Master of Music Education, Excel Michael Haunga. Caitlin Losos. Justin John Bonke.
Please join me in another round of applause for our graduates. You may have noticed some of our graduates and faculty wearing camouflage stoles. The individuals wearing these stoles have served in active duty in our armed forces. Would the graduates, faculty, and members of our audience who have served in the military please rise so we may recognize your service to our country. Thank you. As we come to the concluding moments of this commencement ceremony, I appreciate the opportunity to convey to each May 2017 graduate my congratulations on a job very well done. Attaining a graduate degree is a significant accomplishment. It speaks to your high level of personal motivation and persistence, natural curiosity, and love of intellectual pursuit. Let me assure you that the entire Texas Tech University community is proud of your achievements, as are your parents, family, loved ones, and friends who are sharing this day with you. Graduates, would you join with me in thanking those who are here today and who, through their love and support, helped to make your graduation possible? What you have obtained from your years at Texas Tech is precious and important. You have learned from some of the best scholars and teachers in the world, and from other students as well. Your graduate studies have provided the opportunity to develop a special relationship with a mentor as you acquired the prevailing knowledge and wisdom of your field. The faculty have confronted you with new ideas and perspectives and shared their passion for learning and discovery. Many have become your friends and will be lifelong partners in your success. I would ask all members of the faculty to please stand as we recognize your contributions. want to also acknowledge the important contributions of staff who have supported you and the faculty. To Chancellor Duncan and each member of the Texas Tech Board of Regents, thank you for your vision and your guidance. Graduates, I'm sure this is a moment of mixed emotions. You have pride in your accomplishments, but maybe questions about your future course. There is appreciation and joy for the friends you've made, and sadness in leaving them. But this occasion is one but many transitions you'll experience in life. As you begin the next stage of your life, I hope that you nurture and maintain the friendships made here that will be part of your lifelong connection to Texas Tech. Your talents and your Texas Tech education give you the tools, the skills, and the support system to move forward with a sense of purpose and direction and the expectation of personal fulfillment. But a full life means a commitment of service to others, to family, community, and our larger society. Strive for honor evermore. That is an essential part of what Texas Tech is about. Because you are Red Raiders, there is an expectation that you will change the world for the better. We know that you will add to that legacy. Remember that Texas Tech University will always be your home. Return to campus when you can, speak well of your alma mater, and tell the world with pride that you are a Red Raider. To the class of May 2017, I extend my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for success. Go Tech! And now, please join in the singing of Alma Mater, led by Mr. Ryan Johnson, who will receive his Bachelor's in Music tomorrow. The words are located on the back of your program and on the ribbon screen. Will parents and guests of the graduates please be seated for the recessional? Graduates will meet in the Citibank room on the second floor of the arena. Thank you all for your attendance and participation in this May 2017 Texas Tech University Graduate School Commencement.